All right, guys, so welcome back to the channel today. Today I'm going to be changing the clock spring, which is right here in a 2013 Jeep Grand Cherokee. Sometimes this button here would work when you turn, but none of the other ones really work. Sometimes they did, sometimes they didn't. But we're going to be changing the clock spring and seeing if that fixes it. So I've already started, but to get started, there's two bolts back here, one here, and then one on this side. And those are 10 millimeter. You pull both of those out, the airbag will come out, and on these clips you just pull the orange part up and pull them out on both. And you got a clip here and a clip here, and there'll be one more clip like this that runs through the airbag. And after you get all that, you just remove the airbag out, and then you'll take this bolt here out. I'll be back when I get that out. All right, guys, so once you get that middle bolt out, my steering wheel just came off. I didn't even need a puller, as you can see. I mean, I have the puller. It's a 67011 if you go to O'Reilly's and want to rent it, but I did not need it. So now that we got the steering wheel off, we're gonna look under here. Oh, it should be bolts somewhere around here. I'm not under there yet. And it should allow us to break this apart, you know, into two different pieces. And then when we get that off, I'll bring y'all back and I'll show y'all how we're doing it. All right, guys, so I lied to you. There are no screws in this. They're all back here. So what you want to do, you want to this whole thing just pulls off, and then there's these little clips, and you'll just unclip it. And once you do that, it'll look like this, and then you can get to the back of this. And I'll show you what that looks like when we get it apart. All right, guys, so this just clips together with little clips around there. I took those out, and now we should be good to unclip this part here, which this is the clock spring. Just like that. And I'll show you all the new one and we'll get it put on. All right, guys, and if you look right down here, you'll see that number. It is the same for both of them. So now I'm gonna move the old one out. We're just gonna slowly lower this one into place. And you don't want to force anything because it does have to line up on the back. So I'm gonna go ahead and use two hands for this, and I'll be back when I get it on. And just like that, we got it all back together. These are not that hard to line up, but it does take two hands. I'm gonna stick my 3 screws back in the back of here and put the casing back on. I'll show you it when it's back on the column. All right, guys, so we got it all back together. Make sure to plug your clip back in back here, and don't be like me and break this plastic around here, because it is very brittle. Mine started to break up here also. Just go real easy, real gentle with it, and she'll go on no problem, and you'll hear them snap into place. And so now we're gonna get the steering wheel put back on and get that nut torque down to spec, which is a couple lugga-duggas for me. I don't know what the actual spec is. I'm not gonna look it up either, but I'll be back once we got the steering wheel on. All right, guys, so you have to pull this off here. This little red tab, it goes right there. It breaks flush, and it's even here on the old one right there, as y'all can see. But you really can't get this alignment messed up, because if you see down here, you got this and that big one there, and it only goes in one spot. So now you'll just put this back up on here, stick your nut in. Y'all get it. Y'all understand what I'm doing here. Just tightening the nut down. I'm gonna go a couple lugga-duggas, but y'all can look it up to spec and do the spec. All right, now that we got that done, we can put this plug back in, and then this other little one here. Got that one plugged in, and I'm gonna go ahead and run these over the top. We'll leave them like that, it'll be okay. And all these 3 hook up to the airbag, and I'll try to show that, but it might be a little hard. But when I get that hooked up, I'll show y'all, and get her all put back together. All right, guys, when you hook the airbag up, always remember yellow to yellow, gray to gray. Gray is the bottom one. Then this clip here, and then you'll stick it back up in here. I should say fish it back up in here. And you'll put these bolts down here on the side if you can see it there. But I'll get that done and we'll see if she works. All right, guys, and just like that, she's back on. So now we'll hook the battery back up and we'll see if she works. All right, guys, now that we got that, we'll start her up. I'll rephrase that. I'll go get the key and then I'll fire it up. All right, guys, now that we have the key, we should fire it up. I'm getting back to the side because I don't trust these airbags. All right, and there she is. So let's see if they work. Yep, vehicle speed, back, trip info. Check our tire pressure. Fuel economy, 15 miles a gallon. So you know we're, a little heavy on the pedal, but it'll be all right. We got cruise control. So yeah, so I have actually never seen these buttons here work. But all right, thank y'all for watching, and if y'all have any questions, leave them down in the comments. The horn didn't work before. This one would work only sometimes, but for $45, I think that was easy enough fix. Shop will charge you probably about $800 to $1,200 to do it. But thank y'all for watching. Please subscribe, and thank you.